All right. Whoa, okay, there we go. Got my computer up. Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's your friend again, Mr. Chant Cowan here, logging into his Chant Cowan account so I can upload this while I go to work here in about an hour or so. When I actually will go to work. I don't start work until later today. So, how you guys doing? I'll give you a bit of a rundown and see a bit of a rundown here. It's gonna be, of course, one of these rambly things where I will be rambling more or less for, I'm gonna say about 20 minutes, and then we'll see where this goes on. I tried to make a actual vlog in April, but things were just happening, and it was all in a sort of swirl of things. There was a cascade of emotion and work and stress and things like that, and now it's sort of subsiding a bit. What was it last vlog here? Oh, it was in February. Jesus. So last vlog was in February of the 21st. So I did not do one in all of March and did not do one of all of April. So I guess we're in May now. Man, time flies. Time completely flies. It feels like just like yesterday that I got here in Japan, and it feels like yesterday that I got back from Tokyo, and it feels just like yesterday that whatever. So to give you, I guess, a quick rundown of it, I'm trying to think what happened in March. Not much, I don't think. If anything, in March, I think I did get sick. On the 14th, I was sick. So I was sick that day, apparently because that was the same day I got a general checkup at the doctor that's around here. Suffice it to say, it was, everything came out okay. I think for the most part. But as you can see, I've lost more weight since last vlog. However, I'll be honest with you, this past about 2-3 weeks has been actually not that good. I haven't been actually really watching what I've been eating, and I've been drinking more than I should, among other things. And, well, not among other things, it's just drinking and eating. That's all it is. And yeah, that's been sort of depressing me the past little while, and just the monotony of everyday life now, where I don't know. So I think yeah, that needs to change. But basically, March was just normal. April, the first half of April was fine and whatever. But by the end of it, was sort of in a whirlwind of things happening in my life, which I will actually not disclose here. That's just, it's nothing horrible or serious, but not something that I would feel comfortable bringing up on a vlog like this, where anybody can so choose to watch it, which there's not many people that do watch it, but there are people that do watch it. And now we come up until May. Well, I'll tell you basically what happened the past 2 weeks-ish. So to give you a bit of a rundown, I had basically been off since the 29th of April, and I go back to work today, the 9th of May. So I did not work on Saturday, the 29th. That was pretty much my day off, so I didn't do much. I cleaned my apartment, I did among other things. 30th, same thing, hung out with friends, so on and so forth. Around the 3rd, 4th-ish area, had a individual a friend of mine, come visit me, and that was a very wonderful time spent there during that Golden Week, and up until today. And in that past week, so last week was pretty much just sort of a write-off. I didn't really expect to be diligent in terms of studying, being diligent in terms of, in general, my health and stuff like that, and money, which right now, as I'm speaking right now, I am going to have to play it really cool until I get paid next time, which is in about next week or so. yeah, it's my own stupid spending habits, and I'll explain what I mean by my spending habits. My spending habits aren't on stupid things like buying an insane amount of manga or stuff like that, but I do tend to buy books, not with my Japanese money, but with my Canadian money in my bank account. I buy books. This is not a book I actually bought in can or online. I actually bought this in Tokyo when I went there about I want to say end of December. This is Positions by Jacques Derrida, which actually, ironically, I bought it, gave it to a friend that lives in the same apartment building as I do, and I realized, oh shit, this is not the book that I thought it was, so I'm going to actually return it back because I have no interest in reading this Derrida book. I'm not a fan of deconstructionism or continental philosophy in general, or the post-structuralist stuff at least. Heidegger, Maurice Merleau-Ponty, some of the existential writings and stuff, that is what interests me somewhat, but things like Derrida and textual analysis in the Derridian tradition is not something that I have too much, I'm not all that interested in, to say the least. So, but been buying books and stuff like that, which I really shouldn't be doing. But but where the money's really leaving is going out to the bar too often. When I mean too often, it's not like I'm going during the weekdays. I'm not. That just isn't happening. It's usually on a Saturday and Sunday, which brings me to my next point. I should not be going on Sunday. I should not really be going on Sunday. If I were to go on Sunday, I would make it a rule to leave before the last train. So I get home at a reasonable time. I can actually get up and do stuff that Monday morning, and actually sort of do things, which this weekend, a bar that I usually frequent here in Takamatsu is Amazon. And I think most people, if people go to have visited Takamatsu or have lived in Takamatsu or have studied in Takamatsu, I think for most people they know about this bar, and it's a fantastic bar. But as of recent, the bar has been closed until June, which for me is, like I said, a curse and a blessing. A curse because this Saturday it's like, well, goddamn, what do I do now in terms of just events and stuff like that. And I got to be sort of vague about these things, so I don't want to give information about people who do not want to be mentioned, and that's it. But yeah, that's good. It's like I said, it's a curse and a blessing. A blessing that I'm not spending an ordinate, like a sane amount of money on booze and stuff like that on the weekend. But a curse because then that sort of social link there, that social gathering place, is just sort of kind of out for that short period of time, and it gives my liver a bit of a break, so to speak. So yeah, so this upcoming Saturday we'll be sort of playing it by ear, so to speak. And then the 14th, of course, will just be a normal day, and then 15th and 16th during that week, I will get my paycheck and everything should be hunky dory. Which brings me to my next point. Not only do I spend money, too much, I would say, well, it's not even too much money on drinking. It's more about frequency, right? I don't really spend a lot of money when I'm at the bar, but it's like if you're more frequent, like twice a week, then that adds up, and so on and so forth. And then added that with like going out for food after, or going for food prior to that, that's going out, eating out, and stuff like that. Which also brings me to my next point, is I really need to get into a schedule of actually cooking food, actually going to the grocery store, buying a bag of rice, getting some form of chicken or meat or whatever, and broccoli and a salad or whatever, and just have that for dinner. Because I'll be honest with you, after a long day of work, or not a long day, but after a day of work, and I get home late, right? The least appealing thing for me is to get home and is to cook. I don't want to cook. Well, it's like, well, I don't want to cook, but it's cheaper, but I can spend that extra few hundred yen to go to the grocery, or not go to the conveni, either near work or near my house or on the way from work to my house, and pick something up, which is fine if it's like maybe once or twice a week, but not every meal. I would never eat every meal, but eat it every day basically, which that, like I said, that adds up. So what I'm thinking of doing this next Saturday, or next, not Saturday, but this next Monday, I'll take it easy this week, basically just getting back into my routine of studying and reading and going to bed at a reasonable time, so I actually have like the morning to deal with stuff, and then work in the afternoon, and then come home at night, and then just do sort of hang out and stuff like that, and then do it all over again, and wake up and maybe go out for a walk and stuff like that, which is also something that I need to bring up also. It's just that, like I said, these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks have been disastrous on my diet, because I haven't really been counting my calories, which, I hate to say it, go on any sort of fitness or diet or whatever, it's all about either micronutrients, macronutrients, fats, sugar, carbohydrates, protein, whatever, all that stuff, and calories. You have to watch it, right? And I hate to say it, this law of thermodynamics is that you have to burn off that energy. You have to transfer that energy off. So in this case, is transfer this fat that's on my body to energy that I'm used for day-to-day life. And if you eat too much food, then of course there's a net gain, and when there's a net gain, that energy is stored as fat. And the idea of this whole thing earlier this year is to get rid of it. And this past little while, end of April up until now, has been disastrous. I'll be honest with you, it's been disastrous. It's a bit of a hiccup, of course, it's a hiccup, and I gotta get myself back on the track, so to speak. So, yeah, so less drinking, or not even less less drinking frequently, right? Like, let's save it to one day of the week. Let's just keep it at that. One day a week, Saturday, for the most part. And if I must, then Sunday, but get home before 12. And then Monday, or not Sunday, but Monday is a day to sort of detox, not detox, but sort of not reevaluate, but just sort of, keep it cool and, study and stuff like that, and do that type of stuff. Because as much as I can live here comfortably with making money and eating food and going out and having fun and stuff like that, it's like this month, as of right now, has been really tight in terms of money. And I haven't been all that super wise with it. It's not like I'm keeping a budget. I used to keep somewhat of a budget, but now it's just like, whatever, right? Living in the moment, which is not something a person should do. So I got to take its responsibility in that sense. So I'm planning this Monday or so to go to the grocery store and to just pick up a big thing of rice, cook that up that day, cook up a bunch of chicken that day, steam some broccoli that day and some cauliflower or whatever, put it into Tupperware containers, and then just have those for those 5 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's my meal that I eat at home. And then on Saturday, maybe I'll treat myself to something prior to, say, going to the bar. Maybe go out for ramen or something, or go out for udon or whatever. Like, Saturday is sort of my sort of quote-unquote cheat day. And then other days, it's just counting calories, and just being mindful. And also, I should really start, not even working out, but just going out for walks and walking around. What I really should do is just go to temples around here, just walk from there back, bada bing bada boom, and there you go, you got some extra walkings and walk steps in there. And if anything, I could just walk from my house to my workplace, and then walk back from my workplace to home, and then that's just extra stuff. So I mean, that's just what's been on my mind. It's been a bit troubling in some aspects, but of course, I can pull myself up and reevaluate and get all that stuff out there. So that was a long sort of rambly thing on that. And also, So the weight loss thing has sort of been been sort of side. And then my Japanese study has been sort of wobbly this little while, even though I've been learning much vocabulary, like plenty of vocabulary and plenty of kanji and plenty of, I can understand it and read it, and a lot more than I did prior, like about maybe not confidently, but a good grasp, maybe 500 kanji, or not 500 kanji, but 500 or so like vocab mixture with kanji and so on and so forth. So that's been good, and that's been being maintained, and onyomi, kunyomi readings and so on and so forth. But really should just be doing more Japanese immersion stuff, because it's absolutely so easy to get engulfed in this realm of just staying on YouTube, staying on this stuff, and just not involving yourself with this stuff. So I mean, it's just there's a lot of things I've gotten off track from, but it's, you know, that's just what happens, unfortunately. So I think I'll have to, like I said, I have to sort of evaluate some stuff here, and this next little while it'll be sort of tough-ish, but I think of course I can persevere and do it. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't think there's much else to say, really. So much. There's not groundbreaking things, you know. Like I said, I am losing weight and stuff like that, but I still need to sort of ramp it up a bit, so to speak. I'm not trying to go for a gentle curve. I mean, it's been gentle for the most part, and been just losing weight just by doing that. And I should just really be sticking to water, coffee. Really should be I think should actually really be cut out, not entirely, but cut out more fiercely than before of that. So I think that's what I should do. But hopefully you guys, everything's going okay with you. Like I said, I guess I don't know if I mentioned that I had that week off, and then that was purely because it was Golden Week. Yeah, it's purely because it was Golden Week. So I got the time off, and I didn't go anywhere. I stayed here in Takamatsu because couldn't go to Kobe because of a little bit of money. Not a money problem, but a money issue. I don't have a money problem. I'm not throwing money out on stupid stuff. It's stuff that I mean, I don't need a drink, I said, but it's fun to indulge in these things. But I'm going to see before I go to work, see if the Norm Macdonald thing is not, shit, it's not open yet. God damn it. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm just there's a new, on Netflix, I'm like, ooh, my head's going crazy. On Netflix, there is a new Norm Macdonald stand-up special called Norm Macdonald, Hitler's Dog, Gossip and Trickery. So that will be, of course, very funny, and I will watch that when I get home tonight, and I will have a very wonderful time watching that and enjoying that very much. So, anywho, guys, hope you guys, I said, hopefully, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day if you're watching this in the morning or in the afternoon, or good night, so on and so forth. I hope to make this a little bit more frequent. Let's do that. Say frequent. So, anywho, I got a little less than an hour now to go to work. So we'll see you then. Not at work, but I'll see you at the next time I update my vlog. And yeah. Nothing bad. So, again, thank you very much for watching. Long ass video. Again, it's 20 minutes. Okay, so take care. Bye bye. See you next time.